Hey folks, Dan the Produce Man here at the 2019 Produce Marketing Association Fresh Summit in Anaheim, California. We're going to take a look at some of the new innovative items that are coming to the produce departments in a store near you. So stay tuned.
Fruits and vegetables for dinner. Fruits and vegetables for lunch. Fruits and vegetables for breakfast. Fruits and vegetables for any time.
Here we are today with Rocky from Honey Bear brand. Tell us about this new apple, Pazazz.
Absolutely. So Pazazz, it's one of our signature apples here at Honey Bear. Honey Bear does, they are a nationwide shipper and export as well, but what they do really great is a variety development program. So out of that, Pazazz is one of the signature apples that has come. It's been a really special apple, about our 10th year in the market at this point, really hitting a production volume where we get to cover the entire domestic U.S. And starting to explore those export opportunities. But an overview of Pazazz, it's what we call an open pollinated Honeycrisp cross. That's fancy talk for, we started with a Honeycrisp. A bee brought some other pollen over from some other apple. We're not sure which, but what turned out was a pretty incredible piece of fruit. So we're really excited about it. This past season, we did an all-new branding campaign, Life is Best Lived with Pazazz, and really fill in your blank there. The idea there is that as you bring Pazazz into your life gets better, whatever that means to you.
Oh, absolutely. And it's interesting because these are purely American apples now, because a Honeycrisp is a cross between a few varieties as well, and one of the apples that the Honeycrisp was created from is also a cross. So it's like the old Jimmy Buffett song, son of a sailor, and it just keeps getting better and better.
It does.
So tell us about, I don't want to get too personal here, Rocky, but tell us about your first kiss.
Yes, the first kiss. Well, it was a pretty little girl named Ashley. No. So First Kiss is another apple variety we have, newer to market. What's special about the First Kiss is it is also a Honeycrisp cross, but it's crossed with an Arkansas Monarch. So what we get here is a nice, it's a firm apple, got a great crunch to it, but this one's really going to make you pucker up. It's got a great tart sourness to it if you like a tartar apple, and it makes it, when you eat something sour, you pucker up, so that's why we call it our First Kiss. And it's first because it's an earlier apple to market. So it's harvested early, it hits the market early in September and goes through till, it's usually cleared out about November time. So usually when we're just hitting apple season, it's a great first option. It's a great first experience. So go have your first kiss.
Okay, so with your first kiss, if you haven't had your first kiss yet, you can bite into one of these and it'll be really crunchy. Rocky, thank you very much. Appreciate you joining us today on Getting Fresh. Natasha and Abby are both here to talk to us about love beets, and boy do we love beets. So these are cooked beets already packaged. These are in the refrigerated section of the produce department.
They're in the refrigerated section, usually with the value-added vegetables. We have plain cooked beets and we have marinated baby beets.
Our cooked beets come in a new package. This is our cardboard carton, so this is sustainable. It used to come in a clamshell, and now it comes in a cardboard carton instead.
Atta girl, I bet that was your idea too.
And then we also have a new feature, a peel and reseal for our marinated flavors. So you can snack on the baby beets and then reseal the package up again and put it back in your fridge for later.
Who cooks the beets? Do you do it at home in your kitchen or?
Exactly, yeah. No, we have a great team up in Rochester, New York, where we have our own production facility.
In Rochester,
Yep,
huh?
And all of our beets are grown in the USA.
Wow, and so you source them from all over the place? Where?
Mainly upstate
New York?
Upstate
Okay.
New York is
Yeah.
a great beet growing region, so
Sure is,
that's
yeah.
why they decided to build the factory there. So we work with a lot of farmers directly there, and they grow the beets to our special specifications, and then we bring them to the factory and we produce our great products.
What do you do with all the beet greens?
So the beet greens are actually, when they are harvesting the beets, there's a machine that does that, and then the machine takes off the beet greens and mixes them into the soil. So it just goes into the compost for when they grow more vegetables in the soil.
I love beet greens. I may have to go to the farm and dig into the soil with my teeth and get some beet greens. Hey folks, love beets. You've seen them in the stores, and now you've met the folks that bring them to you. There's so many great items here today that save you a lot of time, a lot of work. Good thing about it is, like you said, you have a resealable box. You can stick it right back in the fridge. And this one here, the organic one, well, you know, if you got Ziplocs at home, you can always do that if you don't use them all up. And it's a great way to get you nutrition from beets. You want to talk about beet nutrition?
Beets are high in nitric oxide, so it oxygenates your blood, which is really good for if you're working out. It gives you more energy and stamina. Beets are also lower your blood pressure. They're good for your circulatory system, your liver health and function, and heart health as well.
All right, folks, you can't beat beets. And you have beet juice too, right? All right, so beet juice. Now,
both of them are 100% organic. This is our beet juice. It's plain beet juice, and that's our beet juice with a hint of ginger.
Ooh.
So there are a lot of beet blends out on the market, but not a lot of just straight beet juices that you can find. So this one is 99% beet juice with just a splash of lemon juice as a natural stabilizer, and this one is just about 6% ginger juice added. So it's a lot of beet juice if you're looking for the benefits of drinking beet juice or the taste of beet juice.
And no added sugar, because beets are naturally sweet.
That's right. And it's the only beet product out on the market with so much love.
Yeah, that's true.
Natasha and Abby would love beets. So you each get a $1 million bill, so you can feel like $1 million.
Thanks, Dan.
All right, we're with Pablo and Brittany from Chica. Pablo, this is great. I love jicama. Everyone loves jicama. It's good for you. You're not gonna. There's not a bunch of carbs in it, so it's just a great all-around root.
It is. Dan, thank you for being here. We are very proud of our product. We focus on adding value to jicama, specifically jicama, because of all its nutrients that it has. Now it's considered a superfood, even though it's been along for centuries. Our process, which starts from the seed and ends in the finished product by ourselves, no third party is involved in this process to assure quality, which is our main concern, handling fresh produce. We have these packages that have a 22 days of shelf life, in which we make jicama tortillas, jicama chips, jicama spears, and now jicama noodles.
Ooh, jicama noodles. Wow.
So,
look at that.
As you've seen in the marketplace, noodles have gained tremendous traction.
Sure,
as a
absolutely.
substitute for pasta.
Yes,
and
certainly is.
In a sense, all these products, what their intention is to substitute the additional carbs that we eat in a meal.
Yeah, the empty carbs that a lot of folks are eating. There's a lot of empty carbohydrates, and they're filling people up. So here you can get the nutrition and fill yourself up. Might as well fill yourself up with the good stuff, right?
Correct. Instead of a corn tortilla, you can have a jicama tortilla, which has inulin, which is high in vitamin C, high in fiber, prebiotics. It's raw, it's fresh, it's nutritious, and it's awesome. Jicama is perfect for all these trending diets. Whole30, keto, paleo, raw, vegan, low carb, vegetarian, gluten-free. So it's an all-around product to be consumed in every which way. It can be either sweet or savory. It can be preheated as you see here, or eaten fresh as it's usually consumed.
I like to chop it up into little squares and throw it into my fruit salad in the summertime.
Of course.
I do like it cut up into guacamole, in salads and chicken salad, different things. So if you don't have to peel this, and you can get it already in a package, or in any form that you want over here, you can't beat it. You know, there's no excuse not to eat. Now, Brittany's showing us some jicama tortillas here.
And as you can see, these are non-GMO.
Yes. Good.
And we are GSFI certified as well.
And Brittany, you're the chef here today?
Oh, I guess.
Yeah. And do you eat a lot of jicama?
I do.
Okay, good.
Especially
Well,
fresh.
You're making some beautiful tortillas there. Great. And what stores are we looking at right now for this jicama product?
We are in HEB all throughout Texas and in Whole Foods out here in the West.
Oh, wonderful. All right, I'm going to try this jicama tortilla. First of all, this one's raw.
I don't know if.
Who doesn't love raw jicama? And now, this one's cooked. I'm going to put a little bit of this chili sauce on here and give it a shot on the cooked one. Oh, wow. That is really good. Jicama tortilla, folks. Can't beat it. All right, folks, Chica is the product for your jicama stuff in the stores. All the different cuts, the noodles, the tortillas, the chop, the sticks, everything. Jicama is the way to go. Thank you, Pablo, for joining us today. And one more thing here today. That was $1 million interview. You got $1 million bill, and so do you, Brittany. $1 million bill. Look at that. Don't spend it all in one place. All right, thanks a lot. Here we are with Katie Honeycutt, National Watermelon Queen. Hi, Katie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So what's it take to become National Watermelon Queen? Now, you're a Watermelon Queen of, do you say South Carolina, North Carolina first?
North Carolina first, yes.
Okay.
So I served in a state role with North Carolina first and traveled around my state promoting watermelons. And then when it came time for the national pageant, which is held jointly with the National Watermelon Association Convention, we gave a speech, an interview, an on-camera interview, and on-stage question. And that's most of your, over 70% of your score. So we're heavily based on communication with a passion for agriculture.
Wow, there you go. See, there's a lot of smarts that goes into being National Watermelon Queen. Now, do you know the quickest way to de-seed a watermelon?
Buy the seedless?
Well, that's true too. You're right. You do the seedless, or with a seeded variety, you just take a shop vac and rub it over the top after you cut it in half, and all those seeds will come out. What do you think about that?
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Might not want to do that if you're inviting people over.
Well, we'll do it right in front of the people. Now, what are your plans for the future?
Well, I definitely want to be in the agriculture industry in some way.
Wonderful.
I grew up on a family farm. It's something I'm very passionate about. I'm really interested in going into the business side, so I will likely be working for Farm Credit when I'm finished with my reign in February.
Well, congratulations, Katie. It's a real pleasure.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Folks, the National Watermelon Queen, Katie Honeycutt. Hey, folks, we're with Lorenzo of Beebox. Now, look at this, folks. You tired of that plastic in the grocery stores when you go to get your fresh berries and your potatoes, lemons, whatever else that might be packaged? These folks here have got the solution right here. Lorenzo, tell us all about Beebox.
Well, nice to meet you, Dan. Yeah, we are Beebox. We're a company that manufactures innovative products, molded pulp-based cardboard, very innovative, recycling, and biodegradable products.
And the produce companies or the farms and the growers and the packers that are using these items, how many do we have right now?
We noticed that everything is changing from plastic for biodegradable products. So we think to manufacture this, and we believe that we will put a little bit effort to take care of the planet. No, if we manufacture this kind of products.
Absolutely, folks. So start looking for it. Beebox. This is the stuff that you definitely want your produce packaged in, rather than all that unrecyclable plastic. Lorenzo, thank you very much.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Dan.
it.
Thank you.
We're with Monique from Good Life Organic. Monique, what is in the ground? What's out of the ground? What do we have today?
Well, thanks for having us. So we have our heart squash program, our organic heart squash program that is right now out of Hollister, California, and out of Clackamas, Oregon. Organic squash has been a huge growing segment, and from conventional to organic, there's more demand for the organic, so we've grown this program over the last 3 years. We have our organic tomatoes, What we found is that the consumers really embracing this open pint medley. They like the farmers market. They'd be able to see the product. We've had a lot of success. And then also a line of resealable. That way we lessen the amount of plastic. They can use it over a couple of times. They can store it in their fridge. And then we have our environmentally friendly package. This is our recycled, 100% recycled. Our new line we just launched 3 weeks ago.
Wow, look at that. And tell us about this tomato here. This one seems to be very squishy.
We love these tomatoes. It's good for your desk and for stress.
Look for Good Life Organic in a store near you. Thank you so much, Monique. You've done such a fantastic job in this interview. It's worth $1 million. Did you know that? So I am going to give you $1 million.
I don't know what to say.
Thank you for participating.
I'm rich.
All right, folks, welcome back to Getting Fresh with Dan the Produce Man. We're with Mitch Wetzel from Sunview Grapes and, Sunview Marketing International, actually. And so some new varieties. So why don't we run down some of those varieties? Or the most popular today I see on the stand is
the Sweet Carnival grape. That's kind of our marquee, newest product out. It's our first year of commercial volume, and we're getting fantastic reviews from buyers not only here in the U.S., but buyers overseas as well.
Okay, so this is obviously a very sweet grape. Yep. And what I like about a green variety is, especially when it starts to get yellow, this amber color actually means sugar, not that it's going south. And even if it has brown speckles on it, now you've got something even more sweet. Am I correct?
That's absolutely correct. And it's taken a lot of education on the part of the retail trade, but they seem to be coming around, and the consumer's actually starting to understand that and come around too.
It was a hard thing to do in retail many years ago when the Thompson in the late in the season would start to amber up and start to fall off the stems. Right. So we used to take them and put them in strawberry baskets and discount them. Yeah. The people who knew, they were getting a real deal.
Exactly.
The people that didn't, well, then they found out. And but now this Carnival grape is it's absolutely gorgeous.
Well, what's interesting is that we actually market a little basket now of some of those naturally overripe type varieties, and we sell it in the farmers markets and different things like that.
Oh, that's perfect. Great. So everybody gets a chance.
Absolutely.
Now, are there any other new varieties that we want to talk about
we
today?
Actually, this year, we're just finishing up on a red sparkle, and that's been a very successful, very crunchy, early season grape that's kind of starting to take the place of a flame. Okay. And then we have our marquee, which is Stella Bella, which is a mid-season green, super crunchy, a little bit of muscat to it. Excellent following throughout the retail trade on that. And then we've got some other stuff in the pipeline. We have our own breeding program, so we're constantly coming out with new stuff, sending it out to different folks, and getting feedback to see if we're going to actually make that into a commercial variety or not.
And Sunview has always packed top quality grapes. When I was in the retail business and the wholesale business, Sunview was the label that everybody waited for. So, Mitch, great. Thank you very much. Appreciate you joining us today.
Thanks for stopping by.
We're with Jules and Debbie, North Shore Living Herbs. Look at this. Herbs and greens. Oh my gosh. So, what about the greens part?
Well, we are launching here at PMA our organic potted microgreens. They're just incredible. Not only can you add that beautiful flavor and color to your dish, but you power pack it with nutrients as well with those microgreens. So it's kind of the win-win of anyone's culinary experience when you add the flavor, add the freshness, and then add the nutrients.
And you're picking it right out of the pot. I mean, you can't beat it.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, we're the farmers harvesting these herbs and greens in our kitchen, and there's nothing fresher than living. So more and more people, more and more consumers are recognizing the power of living produce, and they're gravitating towards it naturally.
So we invite someone over to dinner and say, let me go out to my garden real quick, grab some of these herbs to throw into the food or the greens, and you're all set.
You don't even need to go out to your garden. Huh? You go to your kitchen,
but
you go to your kitchen. Well,
you
can.
Say, I'll be right back.
But we can help you create an instant herb garden on your dining room table or on your kitchen counter.
Yeah,
so
there we go.
Very versatile.
Just snip what you need and
and add that flavor to your food.
Oh my goodness! And what stores are we going to find these in?
Well,
See them all over the place.
Yeah, especially here in Southern California where PMA is. So we're in most of your major retailers here throughout California. And then so you'll see Albertsons, Vons, Ralph's, Pavilion, Safeway in Northern California. We're in the Kroger divisions in Fred Meyer, QFC, Sprouts, Fry's in Arizona, Bashas in Arizona. So, and then we go into Texas, and of course we have Louisiana, New York. We're all over the place, Dan. Kind of like you, my friend.
Yeah.
We're all over the place.
And if people don't find them, they just ask for them. Living organic herbs.
There you go.
Be bold in your proclamation for living.
Yes.
Proclamation. I like that. You know, this is good, Jules. You got $1 million bill for this $1 million interview, and so do you, Debbie. Hey, you can't beat it. You see?
The best.
All right. Thank you so much, ladies.
you.
Appreciate it. Hey, folks, we're with Derek here at America Label. Now, when you see the fresh fruit in the grocery stores stacked nicely on the shelves, you see a little sticker on it that gives the cashier the information as to what product to ring up. Well, that has to be done somewhere, and how that's done is with labeling. America Label provides this equipment that will package this produce and, well, not package it, but label it. Now, obviously, this isn't a produce item, but it's simulated produce item. It feels like a Super Bowl. So, Derek, why don't you tell the folks a little bit about how this works?
Well, for sure. So the fruits, typical fruit and vegetables are usually run through equipment that singulates and grades it. So what it does is it analyzes the color, it identifies the fruit if it's bruised, if it needs to be rejected, and what category of fruit it is. And then it runs down what we call a grading equipment, which then drops the fruit into this pre-organized way. So you have the different size, for example, apples, oranges, that are dropped in this certain area. And the proper label will be applied if needed. Obviously, if you're sending apples to make apple juice, you're not going to apply a label, so the machine does not do that. But if you want to put it into a bulk bid, for example, in the grocery store, well, then you need the PLU label to be on there so that the cashier, as you mentioned, knows how to charge it. So this equipment, basically, it can apply the label either in a tray like you see here, or it can also be on this grading equipment that we mentioned earlier, and it can be pre-labeled before it's actually put into the bulk bins.
All right, folks, that's how the stickers get on the fruit in the grocery stores.
Very simple, reliable. Obviously, we have it running very slow for the show, so we don't have to run after it. But these things can apply up to 13 labels per second, depending on the equipment.
Wow, 13 labels per second.
Label.
Thank you very much for joining us today on Getting Fresh. Hey, folks, Triana and Jessica are both here with us. Cece's Veggie Company. You've seen these noodles in the store everywhere made out of vegetables. Now, this is a great way to lower your carbs from not eating pasta made out of dough and bread and getting all kinds of nutrients at the same time. It tastes fantastic. So, Triana, tell us.
So we just launched our fresh veggie ramen, and it comes in 2 SKUs. It's a chicken broth ramen, and then we also have another one with a shiitake mushroom broth that's completely vegan. And so the chicken broth one comes with a perfectly boiled egg from Peckish. So it's ready to eat. It's a great meal solution where you can eat something that's savory and delicious without all of the extra carbs, and really works for every diet as well.
So the vegan version has a shiitake mushroom seasoning broth. And so shiitake mushroom is a superfood. It has a high concentration of B vitamins and minerals. And so it's a great option if you're not wanting to add any meat or any eggs or dairy to your diet.
So, folks, there's no excuse. You've seen a lot of things here today, and there's no excuse not to eat your veggies anymore, because you can't say, oh, it's too hard to cut it up, it's too hard, it's going to sit in the refrigerator and rot, this and that. You're running short for time. There are so many products, and this is one of the most fantastic ones. This actually brought spaghetti back into my life, because I completely cut it out because I won't eat. Nothing against pasta, I just won't eat it. Pasta. And this here, it can't be. It's made out of zucchini, yellow squash. What else do you have in there?
We also have julienne butternut squash. We have carrots and riced cauliflower as well. So it's a great mix of fresh organic veggies, and we like to think of ourselves as your sous chef, so we take out all of the prep and work and mess that goes into prepping veggies and make it easier for you to eat more of them.
Getting back into the kitchen has never been so easy. I want to thank you, ladies. You did $1 million job, so you each get $1 million bill.
Thank you. Thank
Hey,
you so much.
you can't beat that. So
This is fun, yeah.
yeah, $1 million video. Thanks for watching, folks. We're with Daniel from Youngstown Distributors. Daniel, tell us all about this fantastic juice here.
Yeah, so our juices are all organic. They're all cold pressed and HPP, which is a pasteurization process that doesn't require heat, gives us a longer shelf life, and retains the natural flavors in the juice.
And probably the nutrients as well without cooking them out.
Exactly. That's exactly
Fantastic.
what it does. And
Great.
so we have our 4 lines here: lemonade, pineapple, orange, and pomegranate. And they're available at stores around here if you're interested.
Stores around here. Right now you're saying where? Where's this?
So if you're in Texas, you have HEB.
Okay.
If you're around here, probably Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, you can find these. Not
Very
in
good.
this label, but in their label.
Oh, okay. It's fantastic. Now let's take a look at these pomegranates over here.
So we've basically taken the work out of processing, cutting the fruit at home, making a mess. We put it in a cup, ready to eat. You can find these at local stores all over the country, and they have about an 18-day shelf life. They're also very good for you. That's the biggest thing behind pomegranates right now is the health benefits. And so the more studies they do, the more health benefits they're finding. And so it's a great commodity.
It seems like every year they come out with some kind of new health benefit for pomegranates, pomegranate juice.
Yeah.
And man, look at that. The work is taken out for us. I mean, you can't beat that. I mean, we've seen these on the store shelves for years now, and it's fantastic. Look at this. Imagine buying that, folks. Whoa. But this is more of a food service item, is that correct?
Yeah. Whole Foods actually carries that bulk bag, though.
Do they really?
Yep.
Wow.
We also have an organic line.
Okay.
Not a lot of arrow producers have an organic line. This is our organic cup here. Yeah, we're one of the few that actually has an organic cup. It's really taken off. A lot of people are interested in organics now. They want to be, mindful of what they're putting in their body. So organics are really taking off, and so that's where this came from.
Now look at this.
And now that's an organic pomegranate there.
Now you see that? It is fun cutting a pomegranate. And if you want to see how to do that, just check out here on the same YouTube channel how to prepare a pomegranate, and you'll be able to see that. But after that, you may just want to go to the store and get these. Daniel, it's $1 million interview, so you get $1 million bill. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. You guys have a good one.
You too. All right, Ian, try the juice and let us know what you think. Looks like you liked it.
It's pretty good.
Just pretty good. It's real pomegranate juice.
Pretty good.
Okay, thank you, Ian. Okay, folks, it's the Lucy Glow apple. Red inside, and we're going to go take a look. Look at that, and everybody loves Lucy, right? You ladies having a good time today here?
Yes.
Cutting up apples? Great. Alicia and Lorinda with Chelan Fresh. All kinds of new varieties hitting the stores these days. And what do we have here? What's this sugar bee apple?
So the sugar bee apple is an apple that is only grown and sold by Chelan Fresh, and it's a Honeycrisp cross. We know that the mother's a Honeycrisp, but we're not sure who the father is.
It should be called a Who's Your Daddy then. Okay, and what do we have here? The Rocket.
This is the rocket apple. The rocket apple is grown to be naturally small. It never gets any bigger than this size right here, perfect for kids and adult snack size. This is the Koru apple.
Koru's been around for a while though, right?
It's been around for a while, but it's a fabulous apple. It's great for snacking, salads, and it's a variety that came from New Zealand, but now we grow it here in Washington State.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you, Lorinda and Alicia. This is Desiree and Mercedes, and we are talking about Dominican Republic fresh produce. Now look at this. You got
coconut.
The Avengers coconut, all right? That looks like the Avengers sign there. Come on, Captain America. Hulk would crush this with his hand and eat it, right? So tell us about this fine produce from the Dominican Republic.
So we have some tropical avocados from Dominican Republic. It's a nice smooth skin, doesn't oxidize as fast. It's good for salads, it's good for dicing, good on anything that you would eat an avocado on.
How's the oil content in these and the texture?
The texture, I would say, is a little firm. It's a firmer texture.
Nice.
Oil content, it all really depends on the variety.
Okay. And when it was picked.
Right. And when it was picked. So you have your winter, I want to say you have your winter crop and you've got your summer crop. The summer varieties are a little bit have less oil in them than the winter crop. So harvesting now, I would say from October up until April, you have certain varieties that have higher oil content than others.
Okay. And
Going back to the avocado,
Yes.
that's the semil. That's the semil avocado.
what variety?
Semil?
Oh, Semil. Okay.
Semil.
Okay. Wonderful. Now, here in California, in the stores, we don't see a lot of green skin avocados anymore. We used to in the old days when Hass was not being imported from all over the world, and now especially out of Mexico. So, are you putting these into the stores mainly in the Midwest, East Coast, or are you also putting them in the stores in California?
Well, we're putting them in the stores in California. It's mostly in the East Coast, but we're starting to get some traction in the West Coast and Central of the United States too.
Wonderful. Well, great. That's beautiful. And look, folks, all through the winter, at least, here in the stores, you're going to get all your peppers, your tomatoes, your cucumbers, your squashes, eggplants. They're all going to come from, south of the border because, the growing conditions are warmer there, and it isn't here. So that's what we do. We import. So in the stores, you're going to see this throughout the winter until the local season starts again. So the Dominican Republic is known for their fine cigars as well.
The cigars are the best cigars in the world.
Darn
Dominican
right they are.
ham. What you need to do is try the rum taste that we're going to have in about 30 minutes. And we have a Dominican chef in the house, a celebrity chef. She's going to be passing out some Dominican dishes made out of green skin avocados, which is a product that we're trying to promote as an alternative from the the DR.
I like green skin avocados, so I think
Who
it's
doesn't like
fantastic.
avocado? Everyone
You should
loves
try
avocado.
them out.
All right, we'll be back in 30 minutes to try it out. Okay. Ladies, thank you very much. I just want to thank you. You did a $1 million job here today, so you each get a $1 million bill. You can't beat that. Hey folks, we're with Holly Johnson from Genuine Coconut. Wow, look at these gorgeous coconuts. Holly, let's go. Let's hear about it. Look at this. You got a beer tab on here. We used to find these on the ground all the time when I was a little kid. I'm glad they don't make them anymore. So now we've got them in coconuts.
So this is actually really cool. There's a couple cool things about this. One is that everything on here is decompostable. So this top is actually made from the resin that they take off of the coconut, the husk that they remove.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so it's very composite. So they take that, they make the top, and you just pull it back. Here, do you want me to show you?
Yeah. Show us how to open a coconut. Why not?
Yeah, we're here, right? Okay, so you take the plastic off. All you do, you pull the tab. Okay?
No, look at that.
Okay, and then you take this straw. Organic coconut meat. So you take the straw, you open it. Well, maybe
It's okay.
Yes. Organic coconut water from Thailand. Ready to drink, Dan?
Ooh, look at that.
100%
Okay.
Organic raw coconut water.
Oh my goodness.
So this
wow,
coconut
that's
is about
fantastic.
6 months old. It's coming from Thailand, but all of the laser technology is done in Spain.
So they go from Thailand to Spain?
Yeah, they do. And the reason that we're doing it in Spain is just for food safety reasons, to make sure it's a very clean, good process that we can be really sure about.
We're not clean enough here in the U.S. to do that, are we?
Well, it started in Spain. So that's why we don't have the production in the U.S. It's because the company originally, they're very big in Europe, as well as other parts of the world like Asia.
Okay.
So this one is the genuine coconut eat and drink. So this is the select. It's usually sold like in the beverage cooler of the produce department.
Gotcha, okay.
Now this one is the eat and drink. So I love this coconut because it's a real value to your customers. This is a natural part of the coconut. Every coconut has 3 chambers.
Yes.
So we just put an arrow to show you which chamber is the one you want to poke
Aha! Very good.
into. Take it, just kind of make yourself a little hole there.
That is just too groovy.
Yeah, and then the same thing with the straw. You just poke the straw right in so you can do your drinking. Now, the one thing that I love about this coconut and why I favor it over the smaller one, I actually enjoy the taste of the water better on the smaller one, but this one is such a great value because you get to drink the water.
Is there less sugar in this one?
No, it's about the same, yeah. But you get to drink the water, and then when you are done drinking the water, it has this score line here. So you hit it twice on a hard surface, and it pops right open. Do we have any open coconut?
Okay.
Show them the meat, the half of the coconut.
And then you eat it. Okay, so you smash it down. Man, a lot of work goes into these. What do these things retail for in the stores?
This typically retails around $4.99, and
That
this
is a
one
deal.
$2.99 to $3.99. So once you
Really?
crack it open, you get this beautiful thick meat.
Yeah, look at that. So you can drink your coconut water, folks, and then you can smash your coconut down and eat it. You can't beat that, Holly.
No, you can't. No hatchet needed. I mean, that's the really great thing is that I don't know if you've tried to break into a coconut many times in your life.
Oh, I've done it. I've got certain methods
And
that
you still
actually
have
work
all
for
your
me.
fingers.
Yes, that's right.
But this is great because it really does work. I mean, you just crack it twice and it pops right open, splits in half and pops open.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's a really
great.
fabulous value for the consumers. And it allows retailers to eliminate 2 SKUs. They can get rid of their diamond coconut, husk coconut, because this has more meat than most husk coconuts
Sure.
and more water than most diamond coconuts.
There you go. You can't beat it. Hey, folks. This is a great item. See, that's why we love such these innovative items that are hitting the produce shelves. Holly, what are the stores that we can get these? What stores are carrying these right now?
Yeah, so Whole Foods carries them. Sprouts Farmers Market carries both SKUs.
Excellent.
And Costco is now launching them as well.
Wonderful. Hey, folks, can't beat it. Coconuts. I mean, you just saw it. So, Holly, this is a $1 million interview, so you deserve a $1 million bill.
Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. I have a couple of college funds this will be going in.